Doing? This is Carla Y Nix with today's inspiration. And as always, I'm here to encourage you and to remind you that you can live every day on purpose. Today is April 21st, 2016. And unless you're living under a brick or under the bridge or somewhere in some remote area, you've heard the news that the entertainer Prince died today. Now, I'm smiling because I have very fond memories. Um, like so many of you, I've been a long time fan of Prince. In fact, I first recognized him and his talent way back when he first came out, and that was like in 1977. I know I was in high school. I think I was a junior in high school, and so that would have been in 1978. I remember that book cover. That's how we got to know him. There was a book cover with just his face and this huge afro. No smile, no name, no nothing. Like, who is this guy? And they say he's a singer. His name is Prince. And then, as time went on, we learned of his genius. I mean, he could play every instrument. He wrote, he sang, he acted. He did it all that he wanted to do. It's interesting that he's been heavy on my mind all week. I kid you not. And I've been playing his music all week from the Purple Rain soundtrack. And it's just interesting. This morning, though, however, I didn't turn his music on. I turned on somebody else's. And that was weird because I was just so heavy into it all week. But today I didn't. And then later this afternoon, I got a text from my daughter saying Prince died. I'm like, what? And I was at work in a meeting. And I'm like, what? And they're like, what? I said, Prince died. Well, anyway, what I want to say, of course, I've saddened. He was only 57 years old, a musical genius. But what I want to say about this, is that Prince lived his purpose. And this is what I'm talking about all the time. He served his purpose. I remember watching him on a talk show. And he very seldom gave interviews. At least one time he didn't give them at all. But he gave an interview to Tavis Smiley. Tavis Smiley had a show. And Tavis was interviewing him. This was, I think, on PBS actually. And Tavis said something about, when you give your concerts, I'm sure everybody just love to hear all those old songs. They love your songs. You have a repertoire right there. And Prince said, but I don't, in the way he talked like this, and those eyes always looking at you like he up to something. That's what I always said. But he said, why would my fans want me to be stuck in a certain time? Why would they want me to stay there? He said, that would mean that he's not growing. Now, this was some years ago, and I heard that, and that really resonated with me. And I've been thinking about it all week. I'm telling y'all, he's been on my mind. And I said, that is so true. We tend to want to put people where we want them and keep them where we want to keep them. But as an artist, he wanted to grow, and he did. He did so very well. So, but he was explaining why he didn't always just do all of his old songs, because he had more to give and more to do. That's a lesson for us all. There is life in you. There is purpose in you. And you're not going to stay where you are. You're going to grow. You should grow. You should expand. You should do better. He had his own. I was reading somebody said he was his own genre. There was no name for his music because it was him. And we can all be that way. We may not be rock stars, musicians, or entertainers, what have you, but we still have a purpose to fulfill, and we can do that. And we need to live each day, and don't keep waiting. Don't keep putting it off, because we don't know what the next, what tomorrow holds. We don't know what the future holds. We don't know how long we're going to be here. But we are to do what we should do now. God, when he gave direction to people, when he told Abraham to leave, he didn't say leave next week, leave next month, think about it and do it next year. He said leave. He had to leave his family. when he sent Moses. He didn't say, go tell Pharaoh next week or when you get lessons in how to speak. He said go. And it's always present. It's now. When he told Noah to build the ark, he didn't say wait 2 years, build it. So the same way with us, what we have to do it. Okay? Prince lived his purpose. He served his purpose. He lived it. He did it well. So God bless you all. Remember, this is Carla Y Nix, and I'm walking in my purpose. I'm walking with purpose, and I'm walking in purpose. God bless you, and I'm always on purpose. This is Carla Y Nix. God bless you with today's inspiration.